start doing more regular lives. So for this particular live, I'm just going to be doing my makeup and just chatting with you guys. So just how I've been lately, what's going on, what I'm doing, all that fun stuff. And also, I do have a lot of time off, like for what the next week, basically, because I'm off work for the whole next week. I don't go back to work till next Friday. And because I'm not working, I'll have time to actually make more content. So I'll have a lot more time on my hand to actually sit down, record, and do things. So I really do want to get back into making more makeup content because honestly, I did the recreation, which turned out to not be a recreation. If you haven't seen that video, go back and watch it. It's the newest video on my channel. I realized I really do like doing my makeup, and I've come a long way. When I tell you guys, if you look at one of my first makeup tutorial that I did on this channel. Hello?
Please remember when the time we sign out for you.
Oh, where's the phone?
Our time now.
Sorry, guys. But I forgot what I was saying. If you look at my first or like any of my earlier makeup tutorial videos, it's definitely different than how I do my makeup now. And I feel like I've just learned a lot along the way. I also watch other YouTubers, other people on Instagram, on TikTok do their makeup and like to learn new tricks and stuff. So that being said, I am going to do my makeup. And I will say, like, when I do makeup tutorial, it's more for like the everyday person. Okay, 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 grandma. Thank you. Like, I'm recording. Living at home would be so for real. Okay. So I'm gonna do my makeup. Let me get started. So I already had washed my face and stuff earlier. So I'm just going to go in with my moisturizer. And I've spoken about this particular moisturizer many times. This is the Believe the True Cream Aqua Bomb. So this is a more like jelly moisturizer, I guess you can say. It is very lightweight, guys, and I try not to use too much because you don't need to use a lot. It's super hydrating without feeling like you're putting a lot of product on your face, which I like because I have combo oily skin. So like my T-zone, like so under my eyes, like along my cheekbones, especially like here, like my nose, the bridge of my nose gets super oily. Sometimes in my forehead, but not really my forehead will get oily. But I like to just use a more lightweight moisturizer, especially because it is warmer outside. I will probably start sweating through my makeup come through and I'll start to crease. Like the thing is like my makeup won't move, right? But you'll see the oils coming through on my skin. So that's not cute. That's not cute at all. All right, I like to start off with my brows. So I am using the brow glue from NYX. And this is really just to keep my brows in place and to style them as I so choose. But anyways, let's talk about what's going on with me. Like honestly, there's been really nothing new with me. It's just really these days is work, gym, church. That's really about it. If you guys did watch my video where I talked about like dating, I am like dating someone, but I feel like I don't really want to talk too much about that on the internet just because like uh people be weird. Like, really and truly, people are weird. You don't know who is watching your video or who's like have negative things to say or negative mindset about you sometimes. So I'm just going to be really mindful about like how much of my personal business I like to put out there. If you've seen other videos, I am very honest about my life and what I do. I don't come on here and lie on the internet. Like, some people pretend to be something they're not. I don't do that. Like, I am who I am. Like, the channel is called Eternal Honesty because I am an honest individual and I strive to be as honest as possible at all times. So, right? But lately with me, I've just been really consistent with TikTok and YouTube. I truly do want to start posting more content around like self-development, because I feel like that's a space of my life where I'm in, where I'm trying to become the very best version of myself. And there are things that I learned along the way. There are things that I would love to go back and do differently in life. And if I can share that knowledge with someone out there so you don't make the same mistakes I made, or you can do better than me, like, gladly, wholeheartedly would I share that information. So that's why I do like to post those type of content. If you've noticed, I have like a couple of videos more up recently where it's really me just more sit down talking and not like doing wig try-ons and tutorials and reviews, or doing like a lot of makeup stuff or hauls and stuff. I do want to do hauls, but I'm going to be so real. Like, I'm not spending money on clothing right now. It's just not really in the budget, and the mirror is like reflecting, but I need the mirror to fill in my brows. But yeah, so like hauls and stuff, I probably won't be doing anytime soon, but I'm not gonna say I won't ever do a haul video, because I will when I do decide to like shop and stuff and whatever. But I would say don't expect those type of videos really super often on this channel. Any, like, granted, I never posted hauls like very regularly either, so I'm not gonna say like regularly, but yeah, you'll get a haul when y'all get a haul. Because I really am more in the mindset, I'm like trying to save for nursing school and whatnot, just because I also am trying to not work while I am in nursing school. So like that's also a thing. Like, if I'm not working, my bills gotta get paid somehow. So I need to be saving money from now. So once I'm in school starting in September, I will have money saved up where I can pay my bills. So one of the things that I need to give up is like really like going out a lot with my friends. And I've told my friends, and I love my friend group because they're very understanding. We also have had like a lot of people go back to school post undergrad, so they know like what's up when it comes to like, not being able to always go out, or not being able to make like certain events because one, like, we're saving or we're budgeting and we just can't afford it. Like, no one's gonna be like, oh, you're a horrible friend because you're not coming to this event that I'm having, or you're not coming out for my birthday. Like, no, they understand. Like, I'm trying to save money and be a responsible adult. So that's the reason why I can't come. Not because you're not my friend or I don't like you. No, I love to be there, but I need to save my coins first. Like, and with everything, this is just like temporarily so I can eventually be able to get to the bag and enjoy life once more. And honestly, I really think this is probably gonna be like one of the last times I'm going back to school. Like, everyone keeps asking me. I've had a bunch of people ask me if I want to like do anything further than that. Like, on one hand, maybe, but like at the same time, I'm tired of going to school. I'm so tired of it. So, oh, this was the NYX Brow Tint pen. So this is in the shade Ash Brown. I really feel like I do want to get this in black. The brown is fine, but I feel like black would be better because my eyebrow hairs are pretty dark. I would say like I have very black hair naturally. Like the hair on my head and my eyebrows are very like dark. So the ash brown is not that great of a match with me because I don't remember where I saw it, if it was on TikTok or Instagram, was just like, why are you guys using black when you're filling in your brows? And I was like, okay, maybe I should get a different color then. I shouldn't be using black. But then I tried the darkest brown before black, and that's not working for me. So we're gonna go back to black. Because when I use the pencil, this is the ash brown pencil because I got a kit. This is super light. Like it's nowhere near my shade. So I was very upset because this whole thing was like the set for the kit with comes the brow glue, the pen, and the pencils like $25. So it's actually not bad. Compared if I were to buy them all separately, it would be way more than 25. But the color, I should have gotten black instead of listening to people on the internet and getting brown because the brown does not matches my eyebrow hair at all. I have like y'all see this. That's not brown. That's black waves, and it doesn't look more natural for me to use brown. So I'm like, we're gonna go back to black. But yeah, like I was saying, I am definitely on my budgeting kick right now where I'm literally l- cutting a lot of expensive, cutting a lot of things out. Like I gave up a bunch of subscriptions that I had. What else did I do? Like I actually recently changed my phone carrier too because I don't know if you guys heard about like Mint Mobile, but I kept hearing about them and I was like, they're super cheap. Let's check it out, see if we like it or not. And honestly, I've had it for maybe a little over a week now and it is not bad at all. It's just as good as T-Mobile, which is what I had before. So if you have T-Mobile, I would definitely say look into it because they literally run on the same like towers. They use the same towers. So like your coverage in terms of like your signal and everything is going to be basically the same. But do you see what I mean? I just outlined the brow. Like this color is not really it, but like I said, this is what we got and this is what we're going to use. Other than that, like, so saving money for school, budgeting, I'm honestly getting more and more excited for school. Like, I feel like by the minute, by the day, like, literally super excited for it because one, I don't know, I like learning. I genuinely am one of those people who do like to study, like to learn new information. Very much am a big nerd and like I would say I have a very good memory. So I tend to remember a lot of things that I've learned in the past. So for me, learning is a fun time, right? School is a enjoyable experience minus the testing. Like I always say I wish I can go to school and just not have to take tests because I just do like the learning aspect and learning cool information and facts. I just don't like having to be tested on it, but that's not the how the way, the system works. At least not for me anyways. I know there are like classes you can take and just not get a grade. I feel like when I am older and I have like the money and the luxury to do that, I might really do that. Like just take a class just for the heck of it, not because I need it, a requirement or a degree, but just because I want to take that class. Am I putting the wrong cover back on? No, that's the right thing. So that is going on. And honestly, right now, I'm doing my makeup just to do my makeup. Am I going anywhere? No time soon. Like, I'm going out later to go hang out with a friend. but that's like after 5 o'clock, so I have like so much time. I just sometimes like to do my makeup just for the heck of it. And lately, I've just been feeling a little bit more inspired to when it comes to doing my makeup. Like, I don't know how else to explain. Like, I just keep seeing like all these different posts on Instagram, like people with these different makeup look. I'm like, ooh, this is so pretty. I want to try this. Like, I sometimes suck at coming up with like makeup ideas or looks that I want to do. I tend to stick to like the same look or like the same like general way I do my makeup every single time. Like, I don't go out the box too much on my makeup. But every once in a while, I'll see like a really pretty look, and I'm like, ooh, I want to try this. Like, this looks so pretty. And sometimes I'm like, I want to try stuff, but I'm like, I don't have the products. And then I'm like, ugh, then that just like gets me discouraged because I don't want to constantly spend money buying new makeup product just to try one particular look, which is one of the things I don't like with influencers or people who make content sometimes on the internet. They literally constantly show you new items, new products, like, oh, I just started using this and this is my favorite thing now. How is it your favorite thing when you just started using it? Like, it's just your newest obsession, maybe, sure, but it can't be your favorite thing. You haven't even been using it for that long for it to be your favorite thing. Like, be for real. Be honest with yourself. And I don't do that. Like, I literally will use the same products for years upon years upon years. Like, one of my favorite thing is the e.l.f. liquid eyeliner, and I've used that for like years. Like, you can't get me to use a different eyeliner because I've literally been using that same one for I don't even know how long, maybe like 5 or more years at this point. But it's been one of my staple things. I always buy it, I always repurchase it. So I can truly say like that's one of my favorite products, like forever and ever, and probably always will be unless they change their formula. Okay, I be chatting and not be doing the makeup. So let's did my brows. I'm going to conceal under my brows. So just carving that out. I'm using my concealer from Juvia's Place. This is in the shade number 10. And this is also something that's like, this concealer is almost done and I really need to restock. I need to restock on a couple makeup items well. My concealers being one of them for sure. And I've probably been using this concealer for a while. I used to really like the Morphe one, but like the Morphe Filter Effect concealer. That one's good too, but I feel like I like this one better because it's creamier. Like in term, it's like definitely more liquid than the Morphe. Like the Morphe dries down really fast, which is why I did not like about it. And I felt the shade I had was like too orangey, like, but I really do like the Juvia's Place one. And I also think the Juvia's Place one is a little bit cheaper than the Morphe. So I would recommend this one over the Morphe one for sure. Wait. Ooh. And to be honest, what I should be doing right now is working on my scholarship essay that I been saying I'm gonna work on and I'm gonna finish and have yet to finish. Like, I have the basic idea of what I want to do and like what I want to write about. I just need to sit down and actually write it. But I'm one of those people, like, I work better under pressure sometimes when it comes to writing papers. I hate having to write papers. So anytime I have like a paper or like the essay type thing, I kind of wait till it's closer to the deadline, or if I have like a burst of inspiration as to what to write, then I can sit down and do it. But if it's not like I get the burst of inspiration and creativity, like, ideas are flowing, I have to wait till like last minute in order to do it because it's not going to be clicking in my brain. And that's the only thing I will say when it comes to school. I do normally more procrastinate on, like, all my other assignments. I will get them done quickly, submitted early, but papers, it's a no for me. It's really a no. I'm gonna have to make. Wait, when did I call them? Let me actually check because I have to make a phone call at some point. No, I got a little bit of time left, so let me wait a couple minutes. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna do primer for my brows. I do like to let the concealer dry down a bit before blending it out, and stuff is falling as per usual. I would say, as far as primers go, I normally would say I'm not really picky too much about primers, but it's always good to use a primer. But I gotten this sample one. I think I gotten this from Influencer. So this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Smooth and Blur. And I do like this one a lot because it is blurring. Like, I feel like I do have pretty noticeable pores normally, and using this, you don't see my pores. They're non-existent. Would recommend. I haven't used any other blurring primers. I don't know what I can compare it to, but I will say it does keep my makeup in place. It really does. It's super lightweight. Like, literally, I applied it and I feel like I didn't put anything on my skin. It feels very lightweight on your skin. It's not clogging your pores, and it does actually help to blur your pores if you have larger pores. Would recommend you trying it, checking it out. I also do use their foundation. Like, Smashbox is one of the brands that I remember when I first started doing my makeup, I was using a lot. And then I don't know, somehow I moved away, but now I'm coming back to them as a brand, and they have not disappointed. I will say that much. Okay, now let's blend out this concealer a little bit more. I like to drag it down when I'm blending it out. Mm. If you want, you can also drag this all the way down to your eyelids and just use this like to prime your lids. I don't like using concealer as a primer usually on my lids because it doesn't work. It causes my lids to crease a lot. So I normally don't do that. Like, every once in a while, sure, if I'm really not doing like a eyeshadow look, or if I'm just doing like a one color lid color all over, I'll do that. But if I'm actually doing my eyeshadow, I don't like to drag it all the way down because it doesn't work. Like, for some people, they say like it works, it helps prevent their eyeshadow from creasing. For me, it doesn't. I don't know why, but I do feel like I have oily eyelids. I don't know if that's a thing. If anyone else experienced that, please let me know down below because that's a thing that I experience. Like, my lids will be oily, and especially if I don't prime them, my eyeshadow will 100% crease and like separate. Okay, so we're gonna leave that. Let me make this call. I'm going to. Can I? Okay, so that is that. Moving on, we are going to color correct. This is important. I believe this was like something I would skip a lot, and now I don't, because it does make a difference. Even if you're using full coverage foundation, I would still do color correcting, because even with full coverage, I do feel like you see the difference with the way your skin looks underneath. Like I've worn full coverage foundation and still will see like the difference in how the foundation look over my hyperpigmentation, over my dark spots, compared to the rest of my skin that doesn't. And if you see my skin, there is a lot of uneven skin tones going on here, like very much uneven. And that's okay. That's why we're color correcting. And personally, I'm not gonna be able to get every single little mark and blemish on my face. We just go for like general. Okay. Lord, I'm tired already. Like doing my makeup, like blending out my makeup always feels like an arm workout in my opinion. Like, and my arms are kind of sore from yesterday. Like yesterday was upper body day for the gym, and then today was kind of like a full body day. So a girl is tired and sore and literally just about everywhere at this point. So my arms hurt. Mm. And that's another thing. I don't know if, I think I might have said this in a different video, but like literally since the beginning of the year, I've actually lost a considerable, like around like 10-ish pounds, give or take a pound or two. And that was not intentional. I was not looking to lose weight. If you've been following me on YouTube for any amount of time, like you would know, like my goal is always to gain muscle. So like I'm not even gonna say just gain weight, to gain muscle mass. So which to gain muscle mass means you're gaining weight. But I don't like saying gaining weight because people have in the past, it's like, oh, if you're trying to gain weight, that's so easy. Like why is that so difficult for you? And that is such a, it's like, it's so annoying having that conversation with people sometimes, because as someone who has struggled with gaining weight, people always make it seem like, oh, gaining weight is so easy, or wow, must be nice. You're trying to gain weight when there's people out here who's struggling to lose weight. Everyone has their own struggles. And just because my struggle is with me doing something that majority of people usually are not trying to do, doesn't discredit the fact that it's a struggle and that it's hard. Because I get it, people do struggle to lose weight. And for me personally, losing weight is fairly easy for me to lose weight. And I will say the only reason for it's easy for me to lose weight is because I am very consistent with working out and going to the gym. No matter what, I can be very consistent with that. But, and then I also typically don't eat a lot, right? Which is why it's always so hard for me to gain weight, because I do the working out aspect of it, but I don't eat enough food to be putting on the muscle mass, which is why I typically end up either staying at the same place or losing weight. So that's the reason. It's not just like, oh, I just breathe and I lose weight. No, I actually still have to work out and, still doing some form of exercise. And I will just say I'm very active in my like regular day-to-day life. I do try to be active. Like now that the weather is warming up, I like to go on walks in addition to going to the gym, doing my cardio when I'm at the gym, weightlifting at the gym. I still like to like, get other forms of like activity in my regular day-to-day life. I like to go on walks. I went to the park the other day, which was like really nice. So it still is a struggle because, like I said, I lost weight, which honestly, I'm not too mad about the weight I lost, but still, because I lost some weight in my stomach area, which I'm always trying to do that. But I also lost weight in like my butt, and that's not a place I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to gain more muscle there. And I've been working on trying to eat more, trying to like find healthy snacks as always, trying to have more protein in my diet. But to be honest, the amount of protein that I need to eat is kind of sickening. I'm not gonna lie, it's very sickening. Okay, I'm going to, oh, do I want to do eyebrows first? Actually, not eyebrows, eyeshadow first before I do my face. So actually, I'm gonna use my eyeshadow primer. This is from Milani. Oop. But yeah, like for me, the trying to gain healthy weight has just been something I've struggled with. Like I've had over the years, since I want to say around like 2019, 2020, I've had three different personal trainers. Yeah, you heard that. Three different trainers. And with all three, I've told them like my goal is to gain muscle mass. And you know what? It's just like they've always told me, yeah, like, okay, working out, obviously, but you need to be eating. And like, when I tell you, I can work out, you can tell me do X, Y, and Z in the gym, and I really will do it. Like, some exercises I don't like doing, and there are things that I do say, like, I shy away from when it comes to working out. But overall, I typically am not one to, like, oh, I don't want to do this. Like, I will get up every single day. I go to the gym like 4 to 5 days a week in the morning before I do anything in my day. Like going to the gym is literally the first thing I do. So I wake up, go to the gym at like 6:37, 8 a.m. in the morning before I start my day. And that is, I want to say it's easy for me because some days are harder, but it's relatively easy for me. I can be super consistent with that. But like with my eating habits, it's so hard to really stick to like I don't want to say a diet, but like stick to a certain eating plan because like sometimes like the things I'll have like to eat as my snacks, like sometimes I'm just not feeling for them, right? Like it could be like, oh, I'm not feeling any of these snacks today. And the thing I'm craving, the thing I want is something that's unhealthy. It's something that I should not be eating, right? So like that's one of the hard parts. Or even sometimes when you go out with friends, you go out to dinner, you go on a date, or like you go to a birthday party, you go to an event, right? Like you cannot control what they're gonna have there. Um when you go out to eat, sure, you can try and look for the healthier options and whatnot, but it still can be very challenging just overall. So that's where I'm at. And I also now have like stomach issues that make it hard for me to eat like certain things. Like I one cannot eat really large meals anymore, which as someone's trying to eat more, not being able to eat large meals, that already is just like a contradiction. So like my health condition and like what I'm trying to do like to look a certain way, they're not lining up. Usually when people have this condition, they're trying to actually lose weight, and I'm trying to do the opposite. So that already in and of itself makes it harder. I need a clean brush. If I can find one that I want. Hurry up. I know what I want. Okay, this isn't really all that clean. I also need to wash my makeup brushes. Okay, so let's think. What I had a bunch of different eye look in mind, but Hmm. Should I go colorful or more like calm? I did a pink eye look. I did a pink thing the other day, so I shouldn't do another pink look. But I want to. Like, I really do. Hmm. See, this is where I get like, okay, fine, fine, fine. We're gonna go with blue. Start off with blue in my crease. This is a very bright blue. So let's see how this works. But yeah, like I was saying, eating is the problem. And I've literally have asked multiple people to like help give me ideas of like healthy snacks to eat, like just even like meal ideas in general. Like I would really appreciate it. So if you guys have any, please leave them down below. Like I need some inspiration. Like currently my latest obsession is like Greek yogurt for sure. I have a lot of popcorn. Popcorn is one of my favorite things, and I get like different flavored popcorn. So, like, the sweet and salty, like cheese, white cheddar, like, regular, just like salted popcorn. But, ooh, this is like, it's coming out more teal, but in here it's blue. But that's probably just because I'm like my eye, the color of my lids. Like, blues are always really hard for me to get on like the exact pigmentation as the color in the pan to translate on my lid. I would need like a white base in order for it to translate exactly as the color in the pan. And I don't have a white base, so we're just gonna make do with what we have. And every time I say I'm gonna get the P. Louise, I think that's how you pronounce that brand, um his bases, but I'm like, they're like $12 each, and I never know which color I want. Like I go on the website and then I'm like stuck on like which color should I get, which colors, and then I just X out because I'm so indecisive. Like it's such an issue. Like it really is, because I've done that on multiple occasions, guys. Like not one time, not two times, like many times. Like when I'm super indecisive, I just don't make a decision, which is bad. Like I just don't be making the decision. And then I just have to like be like, okay, well, like I try to do some, well, not really do shopping, but like start thinking of ideas for my trip that I have coming up in July of vacation looks. And I put like two things in my cart, and then I was like, "Ugh, I don't know what I want to wear. I don't know what I should get." And then I literally just exited out the website because I was being indecisive yet again and not knowing exactly what I want. It's such an issue. Okay, I actually kind of want to use the same brush. So I'm just gonna like try and clean off some of this eyeshadow. Okay, and now we're gonna go in purple. This is a pretty purple. Oh, this is the Culture palette. I don't know if I said it. So this is a Culture palette from Juvia's Place. It's one of my favorite palettes that I do own. Oh, we're gonna go right above this. Mm-mm. Yeah. Let me know, what sites do you guys like to shop on for clothing? Because I have one trip booked and everything. Potentially will be going someplace as well in August. Maybe I'm still deciding, like trying to figure out if I can afford to go or not. I really want to go, but if the funds are not there, if the money isn't there, then I won't be able to go, but still. And knowing me, I probably will figure out a way how to make it work and to go on this trip. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Bring this down, blend it up into my brows more. Okay. Seriously, my arms are hurting. Like, this is ridiculous how much my arms hurt. It's like literally just holding it in the one position is like what's really making it worse. Hmm. Okay. Mm-mm. I feel like where I have the concealer more up underneath my brows is making this a little patchy. And that's also why I don't like using concealer on my lids. Like in here looks patchy. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I can see that. And it's like nothing I'm doing is working to help fix that. Hmm. Okay. Now, what color do I want to put on my lids? Hmm. Mm. Wait. I think I might need a different palette. Does this have silver? Hmm. Doesn't have the color I was looking for. I'm looking for like a silver. This one kind of has it. Mm. More like a white than a silver, but let's see. Ooh. actually like that. I do like that. Ooh. Eye makeup takes like the world of concentration. I've also felt like lately I've been doing like a lot more neutral looks, like more just like everyday natural looks when I do my makeup. Have not really been doing a lot of like colorful looks. Where's that blue? Yes. I feel like this look as a whole is very much giving like carnival, like festival vibes. Just trying to bring back some more color. Like these colors got very muted outs. There. Okay. I do want to do a liner for this, so eyeliner. Oop. Ooh, that's a nice liner. My liners, more than most of the time, never come out equal, so we're gonna try our very best on the other side. Okay, so this is the liner. It looks good. I actually like how this liner came out. Very nice. Now, let's try on this side. Okay, so unfortunately, I have to go, but this was the eye makeup. When I finish, I'll do a thumbnail with the whole look. Sorry, guys. Bye.